the national leadership of my party, Indian National Congress, my leader, Srimati Sonia Ji Gandhi, is always generous. She is allowing, the national leadership allowing to express, to demand, to hesitate for the want of separation of Telangana state. They are patiently hearing for almost 12 years the national leadership, our Honorable Congress President, our Congress Working Committee, our national leadership were patiently giving audience to the delegations and representations, and also taking very serious note of the anguish and agitation taking place in the parts and several all across the length and breadth of Telangana. This is being amply indicated in the efforts before 2003, in the efforts of 2004, in the efforts of UPA first union government, and in the efforts subsequently since 2009, even on the floor of Andhra Pradesh Legislative Assembly. Now we have almost 12 years from the sincere, committed follow-up and trials of national leadership of Indian National Congress to respect the feelings and the aspirations of the people of Telangana. But there were several bottlenecks coming in between. They are gradually and peacefully trying to weed out such complications. But what is happening in my land is agonizing. I come from Telangana, a land of armed struggle. Even Congress volunteers were known to have the armed camps. Even Swami Ramananda Tirtha, Janardhan Rao Desai, Swamiji's Shishya, the former Prime Minister of India, were all the members and armed volunteers of Indian National Congress then. And in Telangana, we were known to establish a very secret radio to broadcast the message of freedom, the need of struggle by Congress volunteers. Such was our efforts, such was our perusal. From that, even before 1942, there was a demand from the natives of erstwhile Hyderabad state. And in the 1950s, there were consistent efforts to sustain the foothold in the employment and in the administration. But with the formation, with the idea of formation of United State of Andhra Pradesh, all the complications grew gradually. After the police action in 1948, after advent of the administration, the military rule and intermittent 4-year administrators rule, several hundreds and thousands of outside employees could come into the important places of administration in erstwhile Hyderabad state. That was a major problem to begin with. That has cropped up and grew into very severe complication, which we could not weed out now. As it is, Telangana issue is having several angles. Through all the angles, through all the dimensions, the case for demerger of Telangana is valid. For that, first I want to take the statement of veteran leader of Andhra state, who became the first speaker of Andhra Pradesh Legislative Assembly, Sri Ayadevara Kaleshwar Rao. He was the eminent leader of Andhra state then within the Madras presidency. He stated in 1953, before formation of Andhra state, these were his words. I quote from the words of Sri Ayadevara Kaleshwar Rao. He said on the plight of Andhra in Madras province, quote, Tamils have greater influence in the Madras legislature, in the government, in the High Court. In the government of Madras run by Tamils, the individuality and self-respect of Andhras has decreased. That is the Tamilian state and not of Andhras. Under the Madras government, the Tamils are enjoying the benefits, whereas Andhras are backward in respect of employment, education and economic development, industries and power supply in Andhra area. These were the words of the Ayadevara Kaleshwar Rao. These were resounding even now all across Telangana. Why? Because the same is the case from people of Telangana to argue our issue. In Madras presidency, then there was Sir Rajagopalachari, who was chancellor, the last chancellor of this nation, who became subsequently the chief minister of Madras presidency. He warned the Andhra people of Madras presidency to vacate Madras city, the Chennai, within 24 hours. That was the conflict. That was the contention. That was the complication. Intermittently, a renowned engineer, a devout freedom fighter, a very sincere social worker, Potti Sriramuluji, a man committed to his issues, he began his fast. He began his fast in the Maharshi Bulsu Sambamurti residence. But for what he has begun, he just began his fast to attain Madras along with Andhra state. But my friends of other regions try to focus that the fast and subsequent martyrdom of Sri Potti Sriramuluji